Well, and welcome to another edition of DecisionDeluxe.com.
It is important to take into account what the employees have to say, at least listen to them.
You have certain experiences in the space of social engagement.
I came about the Lebanon project and took care 24/7 of disabled people. It was really important. I mean, it focuses you on what is really important in your life. It is really important to have good friends in your life who you can count on, because you can't buy friendship.
Absolutely. Hello world, and welcome to another edition of DecisionDeluxe.com. Here we have conversations on various topics ranging from politics to academia to business. But what makes this channel special is your comments. So leave us your views on the hashtag DecisionDeluho on Twitter, or you can leave me a tweet on Ceiling Watcher on Twitter once again. So today we have with us our dear friend and a fellow scholar, Julius. Welcome to the show, Julius.
Great to be here.
That's great. Julius, before we start talking about the work you do, let's get to know you a little bit. At least I want them to get to know you a little bit. So tell us a little about yourself.
I did an undergraduate degree in business psychology. I'm currently finishing successfully my logistic and supply chain management master's in Lancaster University. Companies like the travel retail industry or healthcare industry, and all of them were in the HR sector.
That seems like quite a diversity. So you moved from business psychology, you went into HR, and now you're doing logistics. So how did this marriage happen?
In today's society, or in today's companies, change is one of the crucial things.
Right.
It's always happening.
So when you talk about change, and you said that that is what motivated you to get into logistics. So what's your learning so far in this space?
Well, so far I had the impression that change is most of the times happening without taking the employees into account. It is going mainly by numbers, without focusing on the people who need to live through that change. And it's not taking into account the fears that people have when they hear the word change. Because that's what happens quite often. First time, you know, from companies, probably yourself, we're going to change something. Oh, first impression employees have, oh, do I still going to have my job?
True, true. It's very interesting. I'm studying the same thing. I'm studying and doing some work on change myself. So an important question is here. In your experiences, if you were supposed to bring out a change, what would be the best practices? What would be the best way to go about it, in your opinion, in your education and experiences so far?
Well, I think that I don't have the best solution, but it is important to take into account what the employees have to say, at least listen to them, because quite a lot of knowledge is in a company already. And if you take that into account and try to include it, and then communicate openly and have no barriers talking to them. This is a good thing to do, because then the employees have more security and safety, and they can actually focus on the change as well. They can follow you where you want to go and lead them.
So your idea is to focus on the security of the employees, and this is to be attained through communication?
Yes.
Fair enough, fair enough. So before we go any further, I did hear that you have certain experiences in the space of social engagement. It was a very interesting conversation we had, and I'd like you to share with the audience a little about that as well.
Yes, I'm happy to do that, because I mean, I was sitting one day in my room and I felt like I had everything. And everyone has those wishes, like having a house or a car or a nice family.
An aeroplane, yeah. Everyone has
airplane, whatever. And so when I felt like this, I wanted to give back some of my wealth that I am able to have. So I decided to search for a social project, and I came about the Lebanon project, which was a great opportunity. We went to Lebanon and took care 24/7 of disabled people, Lebanese people. But some of the people we took care of, they were found in the trash bins, and that was really shocking for me and for the others that we found them there. But so when I went first there, I felt like I'm doing a lot of good things for them, and that I'm the only person giving. After my trip, when I came back home, I felt terribly tired after 4 weeks spending time with them and giving all that I have. But it was that time when I actually noticed that I got a lot back of them, and they gave me way more than I gave them. So there was this one story that touched my heart, and it's really still most important to me today. We were at one of those caretaking homes, and there was an old lady with only one leg sitting in a wheelchair. She was probably blind as well, and I went to her because she was sitting there alone on the floor, and kneeled in front of her and took her hand, just really careful, and just gave her some slight touch. And it was after 5 seconds that she started thanking me all over again, and she was calling me Habibi several times. And on the way back from this caretaking home, it was a 2-hour ride, I noticed, wow, for her it was the highlight, probably not only of the day, but of the week, if not of the year, because the people taking care in Lebanon, they're doing a great job, but they're having to take care of 70 people. One person needs to take care of 70 people, so they just don't have the time. They're doing the best that they can. But for me, when I'm there doing this for a couple of weeks,
you put in your best.
I put in my best, and I couldn't do this job they're doing there for an entire year, because afterwards I would be burned out and unable to continue to do that.
Do you know the meaning of the word Habibi?
Yeah, it's something like my beloved.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I spent some time in the Middle East as well, and that's a very, very popular word when you have somebody who's really close to you.
Yes, I was thrilled by how much she was thanking me for this.
A small gesture goes a long way then.
Yes, and it was really important. I mean, it focuses you on what is really important in your life. I mean, sometimes we all get fed up with all this business and making profit, and we tend to forget how much profit we can get out of other areas. And when you take care of someone else and you notice what is really essential in life, and my Lebanon experience just showed me, it is really important to have good friends in your life who you can count on, because you can't buy friendship.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a very, very inspiring message. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Unfortunately, we're running a little out of time at this point in time, so I'll have to close this interview. Before you go, if people would like to get in touch with you, what would be the best way to do that?
The best way to get in touch with me would be my LinkedIn account. It's Julius Deselaers, and yeah, just write me there, post me a message, and I'm happy to reply.
Thank you once again for joining us on this small journey into this conversation. Like I said in the beginning, we would love to hear from you. Now, you can leave your comments on #DecisionDeLoho. You can comment on the YouTube channel of this video, or you can just visit our website and let us know what you think about it. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Because otherwise you are in the screen.
Why don't you take his chair back a little bit?
German, French. No, because it's pretty.
How would that be?
German.
Actually, less German, more Indian. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Remember your psychic distance?
Give me some curry.
Let's work on that.
You have to be a bit more. Yeah, like that. That would be in that more or less in that position. That would be really.
But I just noticed when recording with my phone, it will be really difficult to make a proper white balance because your skin colors are so different.
They're racist.
Chocolate and vanilla. How you doing?